is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio. The Filipino American Cancer Care now brings you On the Air with FACC. Tributes and support to those impacted by cancer. On the Air with FACC. The Filipino American Cancer Care on PHLV Radio.
Magandang gabi sa ating mga kababayan dito sa Amerika. Good evening, America. Magandang umaga, Pilipinas. Good morning, Philippines. My name is Josie Moralidad Zaiman from the Filipino American Cancer Care. Welcome sa ating programang On the Air with FACC. Tonight, it's going to be a very, very busy night sa atin. But of course, it's going to be a very inspiring night because we are celebrating the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Siyempre, nagpapasalamat tayo sa ating mga followers, supporters, volunteers, sa lahat po ng mga nanonood sa atin dito sa PHLV Radio. And we would like to thank ang ating station manager na si Mr. Johan. Gwapong-gwapo. At saka ang ganda ng boses. Romantiko. Pasalamatan natin siyempre si Johan.
Thank you so much, Kuya Johan.
Hindi nila nakikita. Kasi mahirap na emerich pag pinakita mo siya. But anyway, we would like to welcome, I have our guest co-host tonight, Emerich, no? Isa siya sa ating mga kasama dito sa Filipino American Cancer Care sa Finance Committee, and isa rin siya sa mga models para sa FACC Couture Carriage for a Cure scheduled on Saturday, October 23, 2021. We would like to welcome on our radio show On the Air with FACC, Belle Salce. Hi, Belle!
Hello.
Ayan, may microphone ka na.
Hello po. Magandang umaga po sa mga taga-Pilipinas. And good evening dito sa mga nasa Amerika. I'm so happy to be here tonight. And then, and good to see everybody. So lahat sa mga nanonood, stay tuned kasi marami kaming mga ipipresent sa inyo for tonight. Okay? Thank you.
You see, Emerich, isang microphone lang ang hinahawakan namin ni Belle.
Wow.
But nakikita mo naman talagang we know how to handle a microphone, right?
Yes.
Kahit isa lang to, di ba? Kayang-kaya. Clear na clear ba, Emerich?
Clear na clear.
Oh, by the way, hindi ko pala siya napakilala, no? Ang ating isa sa mga co-host every Friday, syempre, macho, guapito, hunk. Walang-wala yan si Piolo Pascual Bell. We would like to welcome Emerich Richie Vicente.
Well, hello everyone. Good evening, everybody, and good morning sa Pilipinas. Welcome again to our show. We're really excited. We have special guests from the Cebu City, right? We're really excited because we're going to learn a lot more about their journey. Of course, celebrating, and right now we're commemorating our breast cancer month for October, and we're really excited about this because they are a group of women in Cebu City, and they're gonna share some stories to us.
Yes. And gusto ko lang pasalamatan, if you notice, Emerich, parang nag-iba yata yung aura ko ngayong gabi. Nandiyan yung aking meron akong triplets na mga makeup artist, you know, si Jasmine, si Von, at saka si Scarlett Hadzik, tapos si Roxy Hadzik. Naku, nagsisigaw yata si Jasmine ngayon kasi gusto niya nang matulog. Siyempre, yung main makeup artist, yung mami na si Jen. Thank you so much, Jen. And nanonood sa atin si Ed. He's not gonna join us tonight, but he's watching us. And si Maggie Kabatuando, nandito lang yan.
Hello, Kuya Ed. We miss you.
Nandito lang yan sila sa tabi
Hello.
mo. Sa tabi
Hello,
ko,
Maggie.
Maggie, nasaan ka na?
Family.
Nasaan na kayo? Come on, guys. Lalabas yan sila mamaya. Okay. Now, dito na tayo sa ating mga guests ngayong gabi and tutulungan tayo, as I said, ni Belle. Our guests tonight, no, are two breast cancer survivors and members of the Cebu Pink Paddlers. First, we have Vivian Borromeo. Where's Vivian? Hi, Vivian.
Hi, good evening po sa inyo. Good evening po to all of America and good morning po dito sa Pilipinas, no? So, and maybe around the world, good afternoon or somewhere. I'm hoping that we also have a reach outside of the Philippines and the US. So, good evening po.
Pagpasensyahan mo na, Vivian, ha? Medyo may sound effect ako ngayon kasi may triplets ako dito eh.
Oh, no. You're coming in very nicely, ho.
Sige.
You're in Cebu.
Yes. And we have Mary Ann Sacristan Bohos from Cebu as well.
Hi!
Welcome po.
Dyan. Good evening dyan sa Amerika and other part of, nasa LA kayo and all over the world. Good evening and good morning dito sa Pilipinas.
Ang ganda naman ng background mo, yung virtual background niya, talagang mga paddlers, di ba? Well, the Cebu Pink Paddlers is the only all-female dragon boat team composed of all breast cancer survivors and won many competitions. Okay, now Emerich, you have the floor.
Okay, so my question for Ate Mary Ann. So if you can just give us a little bit of a background about you, and then we'll go to you, Ate Vivian. Just give us a background and just who you are, what you're from, where you're from, and what do you do?
Okay. Am I the first, Vivian? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
Yes.
it's you first.
Good evening again sa Amerika. I'm Mary Ann Sacristan Bohos. I'm already 50, going 51 years old in a few days kasi magbe-birthday ako on the 13th. And then I have 3 daughters, 3 babae. At saka I am married already for almost 27 years. And I was diagnosed of breast cancer in 2014. So,
7 years ago na.
7 years na akong survivor.
Anong stage yun?
Stage 3B. So, at the time, parang, kung you were diagnosed of something, especially cancer, you thought of mamamatay na ako. Mga ganong mga thinking ba.
Yeah.
So much more of my stage, hindi pa ako knowledgeable kung sa mga stages. Ang alam ko lang pag nasa 3 ako, nasa late stage na. So ganyan yung isip ko dati. So depressing at that time. So sobrang depressed ako. Halos hindi matanggap. Pero sa pag ng panahon, wala kang na magawa eh. You have to accept. Right. So I go for chemo for 8 sessions, and I've undergone 28 sessions of radiation. So that's my whole treatment of my cancer. And by the way, din ako ng mastectomy in my right breast. So kinuha talaga siya. So during that time, parang I just hold on to my family. Of course, praying na sana ma-accept ko yung faith ko kasi wala tayong magagawa. Kung hindi ka kikilos for treatment, mas lalong maglala yung situation mo. So, natapos ko yun, mga almost 1 year yung treatment ko. And then, after that, I was thinking na, I have to parang ialiw ko yung sarili ko to join mga wala pa ako sa grupo ng mga breast cancer. I was enjoying mga Zumba marathon, mga kahit saan-saang lugar sa Cebu.
Right.
Pero parang may kulang ba? Kasi yung mga kasama mo na hindi survivor, parang hinahanap mo talaga na kailangan kong mayroong kausap na the same experience as mine. So,
Sure.
on the later part of siguro mga 2016, I was invited by the group of breast cancer. Yun nga, yung Eye Cancer Foundation, no? So, there, mayroon kaming kasama na isang paddler. So, at that time, and the first January of 2017, na-invite ako to just to to try paddling.
Mhm.
Pero before
Yeah.
na-invite ako, I watched the video of breast cancer group from America. I think LA, ano yun, Vivian? Yung LA...
LA Pink Dragons.
LA Pink Dragons. Yung group nila na I saw in the YouTube na parang they were mga breast cancer survivors, and yet sila ng ganitong sport na parang para sa akin na parang extraordinary sports ba being a cancer survivor, kasi even nga mga normal na mga tao na kahit hindi breast cancer, parang halos ayaw nga nitong sports na to, much more seeing those mga ladies na paddling. Nandoon ako na parang na-intriga ba.
Na-motivate ka.
Na-motivate ako. So when I was invited by one of my breast sister, tawag natin dyan, also a breast cancer survivor, I replied, I responded the invitation, no. So
Yeah.
so nung first time kong nag-try ng paddle, nagbugsay, parang parang love at first sight ba. Sabi ko, maganda ito. So, after doon, I tried to research more. Ano ba talaga itong, hindi ba ito makakasira sa atin, knowing na wala na tayong breast yung isa, kasi parang baka yung natin, operation, so something like that. Pero, as I researched, no, I read some mga research done by the famous doctor I think sa Canada ba yun or US na ang paddling is one of the
Therapy.
Therapy, especially those nag-undergo ng mastectomy, no? Or
Okay.
any repetitive sports or
Yeah.
motions na
Okay.
makatulong. So,
I guess before natin pag-usapan yung paddling, no? And this organization, yung Cebu Paddlers, let's go back naman kay Vivian with regards sa kanyang cancer journey. And Belle, meron kang question para kay Vivian.
So, Vivian, so when you found out, about the, this, what's that called? How'd you call it? I don't want to say this.
Diagnosis?
Keyword,
Uh-uh.
right? How did you react? Na-surprise ka ba? Or what was the first thing that you did nung nalaman mo?
Okay.
Give us the story.
The story. Okay. For me naman, when I was diagnosed in 2010. So technically I'm 11-year survivor already. I went for a regular mammogram because my doctors then, I was 46 at that time. So every 2 years, that was my regimen to go for a regular mammogram, no? At that time, I was actually just coming back from the Philippines. I was on vacation. So I was a little bit late. Dapat yun the previous year. But I did my mammogram in February. But just like I said, I was coming back from the Philippines. I actually lived in Cleveland, Ohio. And so when I came back, so I did my usual pap smear natin, yung mammogram natin, no? Then I received the result in the mail. The two words that were there was undefined mass. That was my first indication that there must be something wrong, no? Immediately, my primary physician called me the following day and said, Vivian, I want you to come in and let's talk, So your results came in. So I did. The next couple of days, I think, was kind of like a whirlwind, no? Paano? I went in, and then before you know it, she said, "I'm sending you already for an ultrasound.
Right.
It's to just kind of do a confirmatory, and then from there, let's go ahead and I'll schedule you already with a surgeon." So medyo biglaan, no? So to me, I don't think I really even got a chance to breathe it all in. Paano sunod-sunod na yon, you
Yeah.
know? So,
Mm-mm.
oo. So for me, ang
Hindi madaling
takeaway,
mag-sink in sa'yo.
hindi.
Ah.
Oo, honestly, for the first, paano I was, let's just say, I was diagnosed early part of March. Ang first one ko, my first treatment was chemo actually in May. So everything that was between March and May was just visiting doctors, doing more diagnostic tests. I went back again for a second opinion, choosing already who your surgeons are, who your oncologists are, who are your radiologists. So all of the specialties na yon, covered na yon. So it didn't, and then at the same time, working. So you try to fit it all, you try to fit in all of this, all of these processes in between your work. Paano, you can't really do the visiting of the doctor's offices after work. So it's mostly in between. So it didn't really sink into my mindset. So for me, it was more or less like, oh, okay, I have this. I need to take care of it. So parang merong compartmentalization. I got it, but I don't think I really internalized it.
Yeah.
So sa akin,
Is that because you were in the state of denial?
no, I don't think so. I think
It's
I
just so
took it-
busy.
I was busy, and then ang personality ko kasi, I tried to say, okay, it's not the end of the world.
Life
yung
has
sa
to move
akin-
on.
Oo. Sabi ko, this is a diagnosis, but it's not a sentence of death.
It's not a life sentence.
Oo.
Yeah.
Anong
Not a life
stage
sentence.
meron ka noon? Anong stage?
Unlike Mary Ann po, I'm 3B.
Wow.
I had 7 centimeters already.
Anong
of-
pinagkaiba ng kay Mary Ann na stage 3? Ano ba yun sa'yo, Mary Ann?
No,
Stage
3B ka
Stage
rin,
three.
Mary Ann.
3B
no?
din siya.
3B din.
Oo.
So,
So which means,
na to, invasive.
Yeah.
oo, invasive na, oo. Mary Ann, how big was your
Kasi
lump?
ang
Yes.
ginawa ng Dr. Vivian, cumulative, nagiging 5 cm
Oo.
siya lahat. Kasi paiba-iba.
5C.
I have 21 and 11 is cancerous.
I see.
Oo.
Yung
11
lymph nodes mo.
Lymph nodes.
Okay.
11,
Gotcha.
21 lymph nodes. 11 yung positive, 9 lang yung nag-ano. So, matagi talagang chance na ano siya. Kaya 5 cm ako, Vivian.
5 cm ka. I was 7 cm at that time.
Ang laki nun, ha?
Oo, malaki. Oo. Malalaki yung sa amin. I think that's why we were at
3B.
anything above 5 is really stage
Stage
3.
three.
No?
Yeah.
Oo. Yeah.
So,
So-
Ate Vivian, so
Uh-uh.
you get diagnosis, you went to specialist, all of the process, and then did you go? Have you gone under surgery as well? Did you do
Oh, yeah.
your mastectomy too?
No. Paano yung
Lumpectomy.
Lumpectomy.
No. I opted for a double mastectomy.
Oh, okay. You
Paano?
had a-
Okay. Because one of the decisions that you have to make is
Yeah.
who do you want to go to as for your surgeon, for your oncologist, no? Everybody suggests all of these names, but at the end of the day, I think we, the patient, have to be empowered to say, who do we want? Oo, it's the trusting ba? And so yung sa akin, I actually went to 2 surgeons. The second surgeon was the one that I opted to go with. And the second surgeon said to me, if you choose me to be your surgeon, you don't have any say in it. I will take out both of your breasts and your nipples. That is her practice. That is her belief structure. Na if you're going, even though only one is affected, to her, there was a greater likelihood that it would go to the other
other.
side.
Side.
Oo. So, let's do, para sa kanya, That is if you choose me. Oo. So, and I took that to heart naman, you know. So it was also a rationalizing moment of trying to say, should I keep one, do both, or things like that. So I opted to go with her, and I did both mastectomy, both.
By the
both
way, were
breasts,
you
no.
treated here in the United States or?
Yes,
the
I was
Philippines?
treated. No, I was treated in the States. So I was with the Seidman Center, affiliated with University Hospital in Cleveland,
Cleveland,
Ohio.
Ohio.
So you were
Yes.
an immigrant before dito sa Amerika, and then now you retired there sa Pilipinas ba?
I actually have been in the States since 1977.
Oh,
So
you look
my
very
conscious-
young.
Oh, no,
Oh
I'm
my-
57. Oh, we're close to becoming senior
No, but
citizens
actually,
here.
you know
No?
what?
Thank
Tingnan
you.
mo ngayon,
Dragon
Emmerich,
boat.
ha?
They're so
Tingnan mo.
beautiful.
Oo, ang
Oh.
buhok niya, ang kapal
They
ng
look,
buhok
they're so
niya.
beautiful.
Yes.
Oh,
Mary Ann and Vivian, they look so beautiful.
Oo, dalawa
Oh.
sila. Yan talaga nagagawa ng
Oh,
paddling.
thank you. Oh.
It's-
Thank
I
you,
always-
thank you po.
I always say it's the Filipino blood.
Emmerich is not just the Filipino blood, it's the essence of a woman.
Oh, ang galing na.
Oh,
Wow.
Yes. Oo. No, I actually attribute it para sa amin. If you come and visit, if you see our members, talagang magaganda sila in spite of our, it belies the age actually. And I attribute it really to the mental aspect of it.
Yeah.
Yung zest for life, ganun ba? Paano if you're feeling depressed, you're feeling sad, I think it gets reflected outside,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
And one of the things that are, Mary Ann, tell me, ano ang personality ng mga, we call ourselves Sipipinians, no? Ano yung mga personality ng mga Sipipinians? Mga igat.
Palaging masaya.
Oo.
And to be
Bigas.
honest with you, tayong mga breast cancer survivors, tayo yung mga happy people, happy women.
Exactly. Oo. So,
So, si
yun.
Ate Josie daw magpupunta na sa Cebu para mag-paddle dyan sa
Sure.
Hindi
Yes.
ko kaya. Alam mo ba, hindi
Hindi.
ko kaya kasi hindi ako marunong lumangoy.
No.
It's okay.
Hindi kailangan.
There's a life vest.
Ay, kaya ko pala, Emmerich. Gagawa na lang ako dito sa bahay. Dito
There's
na
a
lang
life
ako
vest.
Mayroong life vest.
Ate Belle, you need to bring Ate Josie for kayaking.
Ito si
Next
Belle.
time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We should start.
Oh my gosh! Gagawa tayo ng fundraising para sa
Kayak.
Filipino American Cancer Care.
Kayak in the
Let's go.
Potomac.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to Belle. May question siya. Okay, Belle.
Oh, okay. So, speaking of this paddle thing, right? Nagka-curious lang ako, how did, paano nagsimula ito? Sino yung founder, organizer? So how did it get started na look at the pictures. I mean, you guys are so happy, paddling together. So I'm just curious, paano nagsimula itong paddling group na ito. So maybe we can use this as an inspiration kung gusto ni Josie na mag-organize din something like that in the future.
In other words, what's the story behind the paddlers?
Okay. Okay, Vivian. Okay.
Oh, ikaw.
Me being one of the founders, founding members ng let's call it si Pipi na lang, si Boping Paddlers. Yun nga kanina, yung sinabi ko, it was in 2017 pala. I was invited by one of our mga breast sisters sa isang organization. And then we responded the invitation, no? 4 kami pumunta. Ang thinking pa namin doon is a form of exercise, knowing na mayroon kaming mga we have gone mastectomy, 4 kami. So yun, for lang yun. At that time, parang mag-exercise lang yung namin. So, pero nang nag-try kami, magandang pala siya. So the next week noon, nag-invite na kami ng marami pang mga breast cancer survivors. Kaya siguro in just 1 month, naging isang team kami. Team ng isang maliit na boat. Meaning,
So how many members is the team
maliit.
now?
sa maliit na boat at that time, mga 12 lang kami. So just enough for kuan sa isang team talaga na maliit.
May follow-up question lang ako, no? To be a paddler, kailangan bang marunong kang lumangoy?
Not necessarily. Ako hindi. At that time when I tried paddling, hindi ko inisip 'yon. Sabi late ko na naisip na naku, hindi pala ako marunong lumangoy. Bakit ba ako na sumabay sa kanila doon? Pero I know na hindi ka pabayaan. Naka-life vest ka din eh.
No, actually, I have to also add to that. I would say that 50% of our members do not know how to swim.
Correct.
So what we're trying to do is during our pool training, our coach also tries to make us swim. Parang inflected in the training is also a little bit of swimming thing, you know. So yes, meron rin kaming drills for capsize water, ganon, oo. So you don't really need to swim, but we want to make sure the safety of the people. So life vest talaga ang importante. And we're
So,
trying
ibig
to
sabihin,
rectify
to
that.
become a paddler pala, kailangan na meron kang training. Hindi yung basta ka na lang sasakay sa boat.
Hindi.
Pero sa
Tama.
kalagayan mo, Ate Josie, dire-diretso ka na.
Ay, hindi!
Wala kang training.
No. Actually po, I think I would have to say, Mary Ann, confirm this for me.
Pasensya na kayo
Lahat
ha, meron
tayo,
akong
oo.
ano dito, extra na bata, humihingi ng
That's
cookie.
okay. Okay. Yeah, ang sa amin po, we don't have anybody that's really an athlete in the group. Most of us are just average folks, not really athletic in even any other sport. We have just gotten the designation of athletes just through paddling.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
other than that, I personally, ako po, I hate running, you know, so hindi po ako pwede niyan. I'm not flexible, I'm not limber. So talagang I wouldn't consider talaga na the majority of the
Yeah.
people have athletic bones in our body. Mary Ann, ikaw, wala, no?
Hindi
Yeah.
yan. Ang ano lang dito, ang pinaka-requirements lang talaga, yung commitment mo. If you're willing to be trained, and every time mayroong practice, you should be there. Para during races, ma-include ka sa tawag natin doon sa line-up. Kasi pag hindi ka pa masyadong magpa-practice, hindi ka maka-join sa line-up during races kasi wala kang practice. So yung kailangan nandito yung willingness mo to be trained and yung commitment mo sa group.
So how
And
many?
yung passion mo.
Passion, yun.
So currently, you started up with a 12 on one boat. How many are you now?
Now, sa breast cancer, kasi ambak lang tayo dito sa kuano. In middle of 2019 kasi, we opened the group sa mga non-breast cancer survivors.
Sure. Yeah.
So kaya ngayon dami na kami, more than 30 plus.
Wow.
And the breast cancer survivors is only mga half lang yan. I think Vivian, we are
15.
18 already, no?
18, oo,
18
yeah.
kasi meron tayong bagong recruit din.
Oo.
Yung ano lang dito ngayon, yung siguro yung ano natin, Vivian, yung problema natin, yung hindi naman siguro problema, yung recruitment ng BCS talaga. Kasi marami pang mga mentality ba na. Kasi the kind of sports we have, parang, naku, ayoko niyan, baka maano yung operation ko, mga ganyan ba. That's why we keep on,
And that's why that's one thing that we wanted to talk about here, is because it's all about the safety of the patients, of the survivors, and that this activity is actually safe.
Yeah. Emerich, before we continue talking about the safety of this activity, meron tayong special song number para sa kanila. Hindi po ako ang kakanta. Hindi
Si
na
Belle.
si Belle. Ay, actually, si Belle, ang galing-galing nitong kumanta. Next week, pakakantahin natin yan si Belle. But anyway, tonight we have a special guest. Isa po siyang artista dyan sa Pilipinas, pero dito ngayon sa Amerika. Nandito siya ngayon sa bahay. natutulog. Anyway, she's 10 years old at kamukha niya si Liza Zuberano at marami siyang mga commercials na ginawa dyan sa Pilipinas katulad ng Pandesal Mate, Del Monte, at syempre meron din siyang YouTube channel. She is one of our young ambassadors at FACC models. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Roxy Hadzik.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, but you can't find the fighter. But it's in you, so we're gonna walk it out. Ooh, mountains, we're gonna walk it out. Move, mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, when the silence isn't quiet, it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move, mountains, we'll take it to its feet. Move, mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. All we need, all we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. Yeah, we will rise, we will rise, we will rise. Oh. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the age. I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, rise like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you.
All right, thank you so much, Roxy Hadzik. Di ba sabi ko sa inyo kanina, natutulog siya dito sa bahay?
Oh.
O, ayan na siya, oh. O, ayan siya.
Hey! Thank you for the music, no? Thank you for the song.
Rise up,
Oo.
rise up. Thank you. That's the beautiful music.
What do you want to say? What do you want to say to them?
You're welcome.
She's shy.
Oo.
Marunong to magsalita ng Tagalog eh.
Okay.
How do you say good morning in Filipino?
Magandang umaga po.
There you go.
Magandang,
Gabi dyan.
magandang gabi dyan. Oo.
What do you want to
Thank
say
you.
to the cancer survivors, cancer victims?
I want to congratulate you for surviving. You did a very, very good job. And I hope that the others will survive too. Because wait, sorry. I'm just thinking.
Because she cares.
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
care.
Because she cares.
Oo.
Thank you so much,
Absolutely.
Roxy. Pwede na tong pangsalis
Thank you.
sa Miss Universe, di ba?
Universe.
Batang-bata.
Ah.
Thank you so much, Roxy, for that wonderful song.
Thank you, Roxy. Good to see you.
Okay. Rich, ano na yung question mo kanina?
No, I was just before we continue on. We have so many supporters, survivors, breast cancer survivors who are watching and listening to us right now. I just wanted to say hi to them, and actually, Lolit Drilon, she's another breast cancer patient here, but still undergoing oral chemo. I still have 4 years to go to be considered a survivor. Lolit, you have brothers and sisters here with you. You're not alone. Always, we want to let you know that you're not alone on this journey, and we're here for you.
Yes, and we are here to listen to your story as well.
Exactly.
And you know what? Sharing your story, sabi nga ni Jennifer Griffin, is a form of healing para sa
That's
mga
right.
cancer victims.
That's right.
Mm-mm.
And
Very
someone from New York, Cheryl Tibon Bolo, Sarah Canizar, Feli, other Feli Alfen.
Yes,
She
hi,
said
Feli.
they look so good na mga paddlers, taka super proud as Cebuanos. So she's a Cebuana. So and Maria Liberty Albizo Ranoa
Wow,
as well.
they are my kapitan.
Oh, good. And
Paki-share
Catherine Shaw.
naman ang ating radio show, di ba? Sa Facebook.
Kaya nandyan sila ngayon kasi nakashare tayo doon sa ating page. Hi, Papi. Hi, Mami Sarah and Mami Cheryl.
There you go. So, no, thank you so much. And so my question earlier is regarding the safety of the activities. Do you know, besides the paddling, because we know that this is safe for breast cancer survivors, you consulted, if you walk us through to make sure that it's safe for you, you said you consulted or you did the research, talked to your doctor. What else can you tell about it? And is there additional activity that a breast cancer survivor can do?
Marianne, you want to answer that,
Yeah.
or you want?
Okay. I remember one of many of our paddlers na they came to their oncologist, and one of the oncologists here allowed them to join the sports.
Mm-hmm.
That's the good thing about it. So other
And that's
than
an
that,
important step too.
Yeah. And other than that, the new ones, we require them to have a medical certificate. So that's one thing. They should be allowed by their doctors to join the sports. So
And Ate Vivian, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, and I think para sa akin naman, besides the doctor, I think it's also we have to also take control. We have to also empower ourselves to say naman na if we feel something is not right, then don't do it. We have to listen to our body. Paano, even if the doctor says yes, but it's not for you. You feel aches and pains and all of that. I would say na you have to be acknowledging of your limitations or things like that.
Mhm.
So we also rely a lot on the paddlers themselves to say, no, I can't paddle today, or I shouldn't do it. No, in the past, because I joined actually, unlike Mary Ann, who was there from the onset, I came in 2000. late 2018 ako. Oo, late 2018 ako. So by that time, established na yung paddling kwan natin, yung boat natin, no? So ako naman, when I came in, I was already way past the survivorship. My doctor is really in the States, so I'm here. So honestly, I didn't get any releases or anything like that. So I just empowered myself. Viv, if this isn't for you, you have to be honest about it, no? So my first time in the boat, I really, and mind you, it was 3 p.m. Filipinas, no?
Yeah.
So it was hot, it was humid, but there was a connection for me between myself, the water, and the boat. I found it very, in a lot of ways, you can say spiritual. So
Really.
I continued with it, no?
Yeah.
And you found a
oo.
connection.
I found really a connection, and more than just the boat, I think it was the connection with the women. It was the fellowship of the women. It was more of the emotional and the mental health. Now we're all in this journey together. So they naturally understood me. So I don't have to, kung merong magsasabi, oh, I really have a bad headache. That's it. You know, then we would encourage, don't come. Ganon.
Right.
Ang first
And
priority.
it's okay. Yeah.
It's okay. First priority is yourself. We never
Right.
try to force anyone. So I think that's first and foremost when it comes to the health aspect. But like I said, since 2018, we actually have 3 sisters who have passed away since then. I think it was more like 111. I think yun. Each year we lost. So so that's one of our challenges here in trying to recruit. We get big, then we lose sisters along the way, or because of metastasis, or if they're not feeling well, then the numbers shrink again, to active paddlers. That's why part of our decision to open it up in 2019 was to also acknowledge now we need help physically because we can't journey on this by
That's right.
ourselves lang. Oo.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we have a follow-up question, no? Galing naman kay, I'm sorry, Ed. Kay Belle. Okay, Belle, ang follow-up question mo.
Yeah, may question lang ako. So, syempre, yung safety pa rin ng kung if somebody is not feeling well, di ba? It's okay not to attend. So I'm just curious, yung bang paddling nyo, do you have like a set schedule or how many times a week, how many days a week, you guys practice, or only if somebody wants to do it? Meron ba kayong certain schedule na you follow, and then if you meet like certain numbers, then you will do it? Something like that. So.
Okay. Mary Ann, ikaw na yun.
Yes. Yeah. Before the pandemic, no, we have our regular schedule talaga. That's every Tuesday. Even before with kung mayroon kaming mga races, mas madalas 'yan. Kasi mayroon kaming i-join ng mga races. Regular lang yung Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday pag yung sa boat, yung tawag namin diyan boat training. Mayroon din kaming sinasabi nating yung pool training. That's once a week. And the other exercise we have also land training, yung nasa gym kami. So that's regular prior to pandemic. But this time wala kaming So regular yan with races ahead or wala, may regular training yan namin. Pero kung mayroon kaming mga races like mayroon kaming halimbawa in the next 2 months halos everyday kami magti-training. So
Yeah.
naranasan namin yung ganyan. So mayroon talagang regular schedule. Ngayon lang parang nawala talaga dahil sa pandemic. We are not allowed to train, to go in sa boat,
Mm-mm.
mga
Limited
contacts
yung
sa
inyong exposure. Now, my
Ayun.
follow-up question is this. Ano yung mission and vision ng inyong organization and where do you get the funding?
Vivian.
Um, actually, our vision is, I'll just read it na lang, no, because I don't Siguping Paddlers envisions a global journey of people and organization dedicated and committed to bring hope, strength, and inspiration to breast cancer patients, survivors, and their families. Our mission is to bring is that we believe that everyone has the right to hope and be inspired when one goes through the healing process of a breast cancer diagnosis. Instead, because of the realities we face today, we see lack of information, knowledge, psychosocial, spiritual, and financial support, and the difficulty in getting access to medical treatments as factors which lead to despair, loneliness, and feeling of futility for breast cancer patients and survivors. Therefore, CPP provides community outreach on education and awareness on prevention and treatment for breast cancer, creates linkages with individuals and organizations for needed support, and promotes wellness and a healthy lifestyle. CPP commits with passion and dedication to show that one can be stronger than cancer. So that is our vision and mission. And I think your next question was, how do we get our funding?
Yes.
Unfortunately, we don't really have any major funders. So in the Bisaya word of maningkamot, we try to really just go out and do our little bit to get funding. So a lot of it actually comes from support from our friends and families, things like that. We do our solicitation because we do have expenses aside from, we don't just paddle per se, but there's also cost to doing the paddling. We have a coach that we have to pay. We have maintenance for the boat that we have to maintain. But in terms of the organization itself, we also actually leveled up just in time before the pandemic. We leveled up to becoming also an advocacy organization. We have our advocacies in health and wellness. Whenever we can find financial or finances, we do give free mammogram, and not just in October. It's across the whole year. So we're not really picky, but we try to really reach out to people who are nahihirapan magbayad ba? Ganon. And then we also have our patient navigation. And what that does is we help out because we don't have the funds to literally give money. But what we can do is maybe be a resource person or resource group for other people. Where can you find this extra money for screening? Where can you find this extra money for medicines? Things like that. So that's one of our.
So you are more of an
things.
advocate.
We have become an advocacy group as well. Yeah. So aside from that, then we have every Wednesday, anybody, because it's virtually, we have our coffee meetup because we acknowledge dito sa Philippines, unlike sa States, the one thing that I noticed is that the social support or the mental support is not as strong, or the support group. So for us, by having the virtual coffee, it's our way of saying, if you need us, come in. You know, we don't really have an agenda. Talk about anything, whatever you feel at that moment lang. So we're not limiting it also to just breast cancer. It's really the families, the friends, and other cancer patients too, or anybody that just needs the fellowship, especially
and being
ngayon.
a good listener to others, di ba?
Exactly. Especially ngayon na talagang kwan pa rin kami, isolated here in Cebu ba? We're still quarantined. So I think there's a big need talaga for mental health release ganon and psychosocial release lang.
Yes.
And then we also have delved ourselves into the environment. So we're also big on doing cleanups whenever we can. Ganon, oo. And then we have partnered up with Cebu City for Campanario show.
Yeah.
It's the last remaining reef dito. And then the commission on the religious sector, which is the Cebu Archdiocese Commission on Environmental Concern.
Okay.
So,
We have 8 minutes no sa ating radio show on the air with FACC. Ang bilis ng oras, di ba?
ang bilis, oo.
Oo, ang bilis
Yes.
talaga ng oras. May gusto lang akong itanong sa inyo. Kasi ako bilang isang cancer survivor, just like you na, pareho tayo. Ngayon, magkakaroon kami ng FACC Couture Carriage for a Cure at ang karamihan sa amin magsusuot ng pink para sa fashion show. At the same time, naging malaking isang event, not only here in the United States, itong breast cancer awareness. Meron ngang mga nagsasabi na nagiging commercial na itong breast cancer awareness month dahil na rin sa, maraming mga negosyante na nagte-take advantage din sa pagbebenta ng mga kung ano-ano dyan just to raise awareness. And we don't know kung ano yung gusto ng iba. Now, ang question ko sa inyo, kasi controversial din to, but we're not gonna talk about politics, no? What can you say about the pink ribbon? Ako kasi parang, I love it.
Marianne, you wanna do that?
Yeah, but let's not talk about politics, yung opinion nyo lang.
Opinion. Parang backgrounder lang ha. Kasi alam ko, issue lang siya dahil nga mga advocates for breast cancer awareness. So, for me sa akin lang yung pink ribbon kasi identified siya as breast cancer na parang logo, parang ganun ba?
Symbol.
Pero
Symbol, yeah.
Symbol. So, ang sa akin lang, naging controversial lang siya. Kasi ngayon is October.
Oh, yes.
Nagamit siya for it's either sinakyan ba siya or I don't have any political pero that's my opinion. Parang nasakyan siya. Maybe the person using it doesn't have any knowledge anong mga implication for using that pero for me as a cancer survivor, that's a big deal using ribbon as pink ribbon. Pink ribbon. So that's why for me it's really important for
every breast cancer survivor or victim. Alam mo, Emmerich,
yung pink ribbon lang. So that is why I am not sa akin lang nasakyan kasi ang pinakaano ko lang na naging issue siya dahil October. Ngayon.
And it's breast cancer awareness month.
Nung mayroong nang tumawag sa akin, sabi ko, maybe if it's not October, maybe hindi masyadong malaking issue yan. Ang problema lang ngayon, nasakyan talaga dahil marami tayong gumagamit ng pink ribbon ngayong October. In any month naman, hindi naman tayo nagpo-post ng ating feed ng pink ribbon So, ngayon,
at alam mo ba, sa dami-dami ng mga ribbon sa cancer, no? At kahit na sa mga HIV na yan, sa AIDS, ang pink ribbon talaga, ito yung pinaka-popular.
Atin. Oo. Because it's really branded na to us, the breast cancer or breast cancer or breast awareness, no? Ganun. Oo. So para sa akin naman,
sige, ikaw.
I like the fact that we have an identifier, no? Parang it becomes more of our, sabihin na lang natin, branding. But to me, but to me, I personalize it. For me, pink ribbon, automatic sa akin is breast cancer or breast awareness lang. Oo. So,
Good
yun.
point. Okay, thank you so much sa inyong dalawa.
Thank you.
Lastly na lang siguro, we have 3 minutes, kunan natin sila ng mga mensahe para sa ating mga followers and viewers ngayon dito sa ating radio show on the air with FACC.
Okay. Marianne, I'll let you
Okay.
muna. Sige.
Okay, thank you. thank you once again for having us, no. Isang malaking kalangalan na yung aming group makilala diyan sa US. So, ang sa akin lang na kasi nag-promote tayo ng breast cancer early detection. Sa akin lang, whoever person na mayroong ma-feel na something sa kanilang breast, wag mag-alinlangang pumunta ng doktor. Just visit your doctor regularly and have that breast check. So that's it. Thank you, once again.
Mary
Thank
Ann.
you.
Okay,
so much.
Vivian, and your last word.
And my last word, I'm like Mary Ann. Para sa akin, like I said before, a diagnosis isn't the end of the world. And basically for me, talaga, it's truly early detection saves, no? So I encourage everybody, especially for those who are more at risk, to go in regularly for their mammograms and then do self-breast exam. That's first key. Empower yourselves as women. We should empower ourselves to get to know our body, because that's our first line of defense. And finding a lump is finding a lump, because 80% of lumps are really just lumps. They're not a diagnosis, no? So that's good. And lastly lang, for those who want to journey with us as Cebu Pink Paddlers, please visit us lang at our Facebook page of Cebu Pink Paddlers Dragon Boat Team. We have our activities posted there. Get to know us. If you want to message us, please feel free to message us and like us, so that we will all, whatever we post, there will always be a notification that we have some activities.
Okay.
And thank you po, Ma'am Josie, Sir Ed, Sir Emrich, no, Ma'am Bell, talagang thank you po for having us. It has been a pleasure.
And thank you also for reaching out to us and sharing your story tonight, no? Sabi nyo nga, we paddle for hope, we paddle for life, we are stronger than cancer. Thank you, Vivian and Mary
Thank you,
Ann.
Vivian.
And we are
Thank
looking
you.
forward to seeing you there in the Philippines pag nandyan na ang Filipino American Cancer Care. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Belle.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me tonight, and also Vivian and Mary. And thank you so much for sharing your stories. And you will be an inspiration to everybody, especially tonight, whoever is watching. So, nagiging inspiration kayo. So, thank you so much sa oras nyo ngayon.
Sa next
Thank you.
naman na series ng natin, or sa next radio show, si Belle na ang kakanta. Hamanda ka na, Belle, ha?
Yeah.
Okay. Emmerich,
Alright.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so
Thank you,
much,
and good
everyone.
night.
And see you again next Friday dito sa PHLV Radio on the air with FACC.
Yes.